It's a microphone, please let us know for the presentation. I will provide one for you. Thanks everybody for coming here. As I told you yesterday, it's a real pleasure to have you here. We also thank the City Town Hall of Badalona and the Department of Education. Okay, and now our principal, Gemma Alsina, will say some welcome words for you. Okay.
Good morning, buenos días, bon dia. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our school. As the principal of Pompeu Fabra, I would like to thank everyone for coming today. We really believe in vocational studies, and initiatives like today's are very important. Etwinning gives us the opportunity to collaborate and share experience related to education. We are here to present production and quality control of a commercial product, elixir. So students are going to present their essays on the topic. I hope you enjoy. Thank you again for being here. Thank you.
Moltes gràcies, Gemma. I ara la Laura Canyadell de l'Ajuntament ens oferirà unes paraules. Now the representative from the Town Hall, Laura Canyadell, will give us some words.
Em tradueixes molt ràpid?
Sí, vols, sí.
Sí. Bueno, moltes gràcies per convidar-nos a l'acte d'avui. La regidora no pot estar aquí perquè té altres...
Thanks everybody for inviting us here. The counselor couldn't attend because she has other compromises.
Sí, sempre és una bona notícia que estudiants d'arreu es trobin per fer coses, per treballar plegades, per estar juntes.
It's always good news that students from all around meet to do interesting things like this one.
Sí, és molt important que es facin aprenentatges significatius i també a l'hora de poder compartir, poder viatjar, em sembla molt interessant.
It's very important to make significant learning and to share experiences.
Sí, i per part nostra des de l'Ajuntament, res més, gràcies per convidar-nos i ara ens quedarem una estona escoltant les vostres propostes del procés d'elaboració d'aquest elixir, que en aquest cas s'ha triat d'Anís del Món, no? Com a film.
Thanks from the City Town Hall and for choosing a product that represents the city of Badalona like Anís del Món.
Moltes gràcies. Gràcies.
Okay, and now it's time for Oscar Palazón from the department.
Okay. Actually, I had prepared my speech in Catalan. I didn't know it was going to be all in English, but no problem because I'm an English teacher. I can translate myself. No problem. Okay. Thank you for inviting the Regional Ministry of Education to come to this event. One of the objectives of the General Directorate for Vocational Training is to foster an international strategy in educational centers. And our duty is to accompany you and give you advice when you are creating and implementing this international strategy. You can do it in different ways. The most important ones are through mobilities, sending students and teachers to another country to do an internship or to study, for example. I'm sure you do this kind of activities here. And also, and this is the one that is most related to what we have come here for today, is the participation in international and transnational projects like the one you're presenting today. So from the Regional Ministry of Education, we are very satisfied that there are schools, vet schools like yours, like Pompeu Fabra, that have the interest in participating in this kind of activities. Because to participate in this kind of activities, you need a lot of people. First of all, you need the principal and her team to believe in international projects and to tell their teaching staff about these projects. And then the teaching staff, it's also important that they want to participate, and obviously students need to go ahead and say yes to participating in this kind of projects like you have done here today. Because participating in an international project demands time and effort. And not everybody is ready to give their time and to make an effort to participate in a project like this one. So congratulations for saying yes to this project, to everybody, the principal and her team, the teachers that have been involved in it, and obviously, last but not least, all the students that have participated. Because participating in an international project has a lot of benefits. Not only professionally, because you have been dealing with professional aspects of your studies, in this case, chemistry. Also, linguistic benefits, because you've been practicing English from day one. And also another important aspect is establishing links with other countries and other schools abroad. As I have been told, you have established links with France, Portugal, and Germany, and probably in the future you'll have relationships with Turkey and Romania, as I believe. So just to finish, my sincere congratulations to all of you, to all the team that has participated in this project. Well done, and never stop.
So thank you, Oscar, for these encouraging works for our students. And now we are starting with the presentations, okay? And the first group to present will be the group from Castelnau-le-Lay in France, Samuel and Trinity. So please come here.
Hello everyone. We have two students from Montpellier in France, and today we are present one project at Nizet.
Parce qu'elle s'arrête.
Material to perform check out the refractometer, this density meter.
Before the preparation, we have to start by weighing all the ingredients in beaker using a precision scale.
For the product to zero, where we set the water on the tube and gradually add the sugar. After 10 minutes of agitation, the syrup is filtered with a funnel and filter paper.
Most preparation please. Here, able to carry out the first check. The density is 1,180, and the degree bricks is 41.3.
Mixing of the mixture on the essential oil, ethanol of the right mixture with the essential oil and gradually blending.
Manufacturer of the elixir place the syrup on the magnetic carrier and gradually add the alcoholic mixture.
Anís carried out on the Anís developed at the Honoré de Balzac High School in Castellolele, pH 6.17, density 1019 degrees Brix, 35.8.
The analysis performed on the commercial anisette, degree Brix 46.2, pH 6.6, and the density 1080. This project is organized for by the professor Mr. Misericordia in one school. And well, it's finished. Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Annie and Trinity, for your presentation. And thanks also to your teacher, Seth, who unfortunately couldn't attend this meeting, but he worked a lot with you. Thank you. So now is the turn for our colleagues from Germany, from Bremen. Maria and Isabel, please.
We are Marie Bohlwinkel and Singrush from the Schulzentrum der 2 Oberschule in Bremen in Germany, so from the north of Germany. And we are part of a group of 5 students, 3 of them sitting there, and 1 teacher, Mr. Heusen. Yeah, we've come here to show our results analysis of the MSR mono. We're in total normally 7 students, so 2 of them stay home, are watching now. Yeah, we're all part of the CTA1, which is the 2nd year of a 2-year course of chemical lab technicians. So yeah, and we are happy to show our results.
Okay. First, we're going to show what kind of analysis parameters we use. Use an infection index. We use and we also use the degrees Briggs for sugar content, the picometer for density, we use that 2 times, and yeah, distillation for the content. Start with the reaction index. As you can see here, this is what we work with. Okay. Okay. This is where the water is. It has to be precisely 20 degrees Celsius. And this is the equivalent where the refraction index or the Briggs is measured. Yeah. For the calibration of this equipment, we use H2O that has also to be 20 degrees Celsius. And the refraction index of H2O is 1.333. Not that number, we have to calibrate it ourselves. Like we have to push. That can move the school. Yeah, now move it. Okay. We measured that Anís occurred 10 times. This is what we got at the end. And as you can see here, the relative circulation is pretty low, which is a good sign. It means that we can use it. And the Briggs is, like I said, measured in the same equipment. In the spectrometer is a scale, at the bottom of the scale is the infection index, and then at the top scale is the Briggs. The Briggs determines how many sugar are in the liquids, like in the 100 grams. The calibration is basically the same. And after the measurements, we got this Briggs value, and also the relative standard is pretty low, which is also a very good sign. And the activated medium, we have 83.88% of sugar in the Anís symbol. Okay. This is the picometer, which we use for the density. We have to fill the picometer up to the top. I don't know if you can see, but at the top of this head, I can say it's a slit, which also needs to be filled with liquid, and then put on the analysis scale. We did that 10 times, and each time we got different masses. 1 time for the empty picometer, 1 time for the picometer with water, and 1 with the mass of the picometer with the Anís data. This is how we calculate the density of the sample. We use the mass of the picometer of the sample plus the minus the mass of the picometer empty,
divided by the mass of picometer with water and minus the picometer entity multiplied with the density of water. And we did that one time to show you how it looks. And this is what we got at the end. We had a one problem is that we don't do any work with picometer work, which means that we build it and that causes it to spill everywhere outside the picometer. It's bad because we want it to be as clean as possible on the outside. And so we solved that problem with ethanol, just clean it up. And down. The relative calculation is also, we can almost more anger. So we already determined the refraction index and the sugar content, but we also want to get the alcohol content. But for this step, we first have to eliminate the sugar. So we did a distillation, and we wanted to separate the alcohol, so we just get the alcohol. And it was said to be 100 grams of the Anís de mono, but we didn't have enough sample left, so we just had like 90.07 grams, so we just take all we got left. And measure that with a scale of plus minus 1 over gram. And then we did it, we did distillate it. And we put the sample down here. And this one is meant to show some indirect heat. We heated it up, here's a cooler. But in total, we just here got the alcohol and just the alcohol. So to determine then the density, we have to refill it up with water and to the exact same mass as we used at the beginning. So we refilled it to 90.07 grams. And then we did two different methods of analysis. We again used the picometers and also the hydrostatic scale, but we got results from the hydrostatic scale, but we're missing some. We just did it one time because we didn't have enough sample left. So we're focusing on the picometer part. Yeah. So this time we only did it 3 times because we just got a few amount of sample from the distillation. Again, as before, as Isabel told you, we measured the mass of the empty picometer, the picometer filled with water, and the picometer of the sample. We also, again, used a 25 milliliter picometer. Yeah, we measured that, determined the erratic median. We're quite okay with the standard deviation. And then we again used this formula to calculate the density. And this time, the density was something below 1, kind of like 0.959133 grams per milliliters. So we got the density, but we wanted to have the alcohol content. So we used an OIML table, or table from the OIML, the International Organization of Legal Mathematics. And according to this table, we got an alcohol content, Anís de mono, of 32% of alcohol. So if you look at the final results, all results, we were able to determine the sugar content to 35.88% based on the mass, to a replication index of 1.39. And we were able to determine the density of the Anís de mono itself to 1.0595 grams per milliliters. And also we were able to determine the alcohol content to 32%. And there we have had some idea what it should be based on the label on the flask. It should be 36%. So there was quite a big error or variation from the value it should be. Yeah. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Maria and Isabel. Thank you for your presentation. Thanks a lot. It's very interesting. And we say also hello to your colleagues who in reference. Hello. And thanks. Okay. And the next group presenting is the people from Escuela Profesional de Setúbal, Beatriz, Diumara, Carolina, and Tatiana.
Good morning. We are from Fundação Escola Profissional de Setúbal in Portugal, and we're going to present our poster. The principal objective of the experiment is to compare the pH and between the commercial one and the one we made in laboratory.
To do the product, we use sugar, water, ethylic alcohol of 96%, and water. We firstly put the sugar on place to scale, and after we put on 550 grams of water. We do the product, and until the product was made, we take the colors of the commercial Anís. We take 10 samples and $10. And before the take the $10, we take the $10 of the Anís that we made in laboratory.
Here are the results inside the commercial one, and this one is the we made at school. The results is that the commercial has pH acid, and the one we made at school has a neutral pH.
And conclusion, the study is very successful, and this possible it was obtained these correct values. We are enjoying the experience, and the last days, thank you so much.
Thank you, all of you. And now it's time for our colleagues from Valencia, DJ, Yaita, and Paula. Please come here.
Hello, good morning. We are here, Paula and Jaisa, and we will be talking about our project of Anís. In the first, we have an index and we explain the points we are going to demonstrate. Okay. And in introduction, we tell you about a short story of the creation. In this first part of the practice, the manufacturing unit, we have the materials, reagents, and the equipment we use to terminate the. We have here the procedure. We have the steps you need to follow to fabricate, and we have our results in this first part. And we obtained the 64.50%. And now continue with my other partners.
The point is the investigation, and we have the materials, equipment, and reason. The objective of this investigation is extract the essential point, and this is the diagram of the procedure, and the procedure went through it and was controlled, and the temperature reached 100 degrees. The next point is the specific gravity of Anís and the equipment, materials, and reasons, and the technique is to determine the density with the altimeter and pygnometer, and the pygnometer have a formula to calculate the density, and we have the temperature of all of these. And like the other ones, we have the materials, reagents, and equipment of quality control, and data is going to explain. And we have 4 procedures. First, the manufacturer, here is the diagram, and our results, the commercial one and organization one. Then is the layer, which is for measuring the alcohol, but we couldn't measure because it was too dense. Then the pH controller for the pH, and we have the diagram and results. And the last one is the reflectometer with the results, with the commercial one and ours. And with all these results, we calculate media and the euro, and as you can see, it's lower to 10. That's the same thing.
Thank you very much for your presentation. And now it's time for our last presentation. The students from City Pompeu Fabra, Mark, Valerie, and Hachi.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Anís. These are my teammates, Hasim and Mark Baena. And we are going to explain our poster about Anís manufacturing. I'm going to start with the introduction. This. And the introduction is to prepare Anís from the first to the last step, starting with dissolving sugar in water and ending with a bottle full of Anís. The objective is prepare Anís using the appropriate equipment and following a correct manufacturing line.
And now I will go to explain you the method of to do the Anís and the material that you would need to make the Anís. First of all, there are all the material that you need to prepare the anisette, and first one are the raw material that you need. Then potable water, sugar, 96% of ethanol, and fruit oil of the essence. First of all, we have the method of the anisette. The first step is gradually you have to dissolve the sugar in the water in the B1. Then the big one is the 1000 milliliter beaker, and put it in the agitation for 4000 RPM. And the second step, we have to weigh the B3, that it is the 2000 milliliter beaker, that is, but 2000 milliliter. The next step is make the filter assembly and collect the filter. The next one is add the essential oil to the alcohol in the B2 that we have weighed again. And then we have to weigh the B3 with the fruit. The part number 6 is add the B2 that with the oil with the alcohol mixed with the syrup, that is the B3. And the last step, that are the 7 and 9, we have in the 7 we have to weigh the B3 with the oil of the elixir. And the 8 with the empty bottle, we have to almacenate the anisette final. And the 9 we have to prepare the filtration assembly and put the bottle to the collect and the filtrate. Finally, we have to weigh the full bottle and do the essays and conclude the practice of answer.
So after obtaining the final product, what we have to do is measure the pH and the Brix degrees. So after that, we will proceed to make a distillation in order to calculate the alcoholic degrees. The references that we have for making the manufacturing were the Etwinning and Pompeu Fabra anisette manufacturing guide. And the conclusion that we've written are that we have learned how to prepare anisette using the appropriate equipment and following the manufacturing guide. And finally, we want to thank our teachers, Eduardo, Alberto, and Lorena, which have helped us a lot in the manufacturing process, and with some vocabulary, Lorena has helped us a lot. And of course, the Institute Pompeu Fabra and the program Etwinning that made this possible. Thank you very much for your attention.
So that was our last presentation for today. I would like to say thank you to all of you for participating. This has been made for the students, and without you, this makes no sense. Okay, so thanks a lot for participating, and I hope you enjoyed your time here around with us, and that you found all you did both in the lab, at home, and also here interesting. Okay, I hope that we can continue in the future with this project. With more partners and with people from more countries, and I think we have a lot of future. I would also like to thank the people from the education department and from the city town hall, and also from Bodegas Osborne. Okay, that's all for today. So again, thanks for coming, and I hope we meet again.